Hi, in this short video we will discuss three things. First, stylistics and its subject matter. Second, approaches to stylistics. And third, the notions of expressiveness and emotiveness. So what is stylistics? Some say stylistics is an independent branch of linguistics. Others say stylistics is a branch of applied linguistics. So what do we study under stylistics? Stylistic studies style in text. Particularly, stylistic studies style in literary text. We can consider stylistics as a bridge that joins linguistic analysis and literary criticism, and it helps unearth layers of meaning on the deep level. Assume a situation: you are sitting in a stuffy room and you would like windows to be open. How can you say this thing? You can say it in different ways. For example, can you open the window? Will you open the window? Would you mind opening the window? Will you be so kind to open the window? Open the window. Do. The same idea of opening a window can be expressed differently. So what is the difference? When you say, can you open the window? It is the neutral way of saying. When you say, will you open the window? It is a polite way of saying. When you say, would you mind opening the window? It is more polite. And when you say, will you be so kind as to open the window? Then you are very polite. And when you say, open the window, do, you are rude. So the same idea can be expressed in different linguistic forms. And the form is dependent upon the speech situation. And speech situation decides the style. Now we will discuss various approaches to stylistics. There are two types of stylistics. First is functional stylistics, under which we have different styles, such as official style, scientific style, publicistic style, newspaper style, bell letter style. And another approach to stylistics takes into consideration the information theory. You have encoding stylistics, through which an author encodes a text, and you have decoding stylistics, through which a reader interprets a text. Now, we will discuss notions of expressiveness and emotiveness. Anything you express is an expression and falls under expressiveness. Whereas, when an expression has emotional coloring, then this comes under emotiveness. Both expressiveness and emotiveness is achieved by expressive means and stylistic devices. There is a difference between expressive means and stylistic devices that we will discuss in the latter part of this video. First, we will discuss what are expressive means. Expressive means are actually language means. And what are language means? Phonetic means, lexical means, grammatical means, syntactic means. All these means which are inherent part of a language are known as language means. Now we will discuss all the language means one by one. First, phonetic means. Under phonetic means, we have pitch. There are two expressions, really and really. You can sense the difference. The first expression is in the falling pitch, really. And in the second expression, really, there is a falling and a rising. Now this is an example of phonetic means. Melody also falls under phonetic means. There is a very popular poem written by Robert Burns that goes like this: "My love is like a red, red rose." Here, red, red rose is also an example of alliteration, but this alliteration is also working as a melody. This also falls under phonetic means. Now we will discuss stress. I'll give you two examples: academy and academic. You can sense the stress shift. So stress also falls under phonetic means. Then possession. You take a pause when you say. For example, she said she is not certain. She said she is not certain. So in the second expression, I took a pause. That is an example of possession, and possession also falls under phonetic means. Now, morphological means. What are morphological means? Under morphological means, we have all word formation processes, including blending, derivation, and others. We also have phraseological units. They also works as a language means. For example, don't beat about the bush. Now this phraseological unit is fixed. You can't change it. Similarly, one more example: she is as weak as kitten. Such type of expression, as weak as kitten, this is a fixed expression. This is a phraseological unit that you can't change. This also comes under language means. Then we also have lexical means. You can say best friend. It is a formal expression, but you can also say best buddy. It is informal. Now consider these examples. John was an extremely nice young man. Now in this example, extremely is an example of lexical means. Next, never will I tell you the truth. Generally, you won't speak like this. You will say, I will never tell you the truth. But here, you have used the syntactic inversion as a language means to attain expressiveness. Another example: isn't she beautiful? Here, you have mixed two feelings, surprise and admiration. So, here you have an emotional coloring to an expression. So, this will become an example of emotiveness. Again, fool that I was. Here, you have a dissatisfaction with your own behavior. So again, you have mixed an emotional coloring to an expression. This is also an example of emotiveness. So we have discussed expressiveness and how expressiveness converts into emotiveness. When you have an emotional coloring, expressiveness converts into emotiveness. Now we will discuss stylistic devices. What are stylistic devices? Stylistic devices are created in speech due to syntagmatic relations which exist in the text between stylistically marked and unmarked language. Morokowski distinguishes three types of syntagmatic relations which are important for stylistics. First, determination. Determination is observed when on the background of neutral units we find a stylistically colored unit. I will give you one example from a novel written by Jack London titled Martin Aaron. At one place, the protagonist Martin says that Longfellow chap most likely has written countless books of poetry. This expression, that Longfellow chap, for a great poet, is quite unusual. Martin is talking about as if he were a next door neighbor. This is an example of determination. Second is interdependence. Interdependence is a combination of two or more stylistically marked elements belong to one stylistic class. Under this category comes specific vocabulary and speech cliché. For example, utter failure, abject poverty. The last one is constellation. Constellation is a combination of two or more stylistically marked elements belong to different stylistic class. For example, he is my pal now. He is the friend of my youth. Here, pal is informal, whereas friend is formal, and we are mixing two stylistically marked elements belonging to two different classes. We will discuss other such concept in the next video. Thank you for watching.